You're listening to the Marriage Clinic Podcast, a podcast on love, marriage, and personal development. Our purpose is to inspire and equip you with knowledge and skills to enable you have lasting and fulfilling relationships. Now, your host, Joshua Margaret.
Hello, good evening once again. You are reaching us straight from Ghana, to be precise, Tamale. It is 8 p.m. GMT. I don't know what time it is wherever you are, but could you just put some fire in the chat if you are watching us on YouTube or on Facebook or on Twitter or wherever you are. If you are listening by audio, you can't give us some fire, but at least just wave your hand in the air so we know in spirit that you are with us. But welcome back. This is the Marriage Clinic Podcast. Marriage Clinic Podcast. And I'm so excited about all that has been going on and all that we are learning, especially since the last 2 episodes have been about being single. So many people are giving us good feedback. So many people are coming into a broader understanding of what it means to be single and what they need to do. And I'm excited for you. So this is the Marriage Clinic Podcast. My name is Joshua Mogri, and this is a podcast on love, marriage, and personal development. Come on, let's go. Big energy. Let's go. All right. So if you lean in a bit, just lean in towards your phone or your laptop. Today we want to talk about how to transition from being single to married. How to transition from being single to married. So I hear this a lot, okay? Guys, young ladies come to me and they are like, I really want to be married. And how do I transition from being single to being married? Well, first of all, you need to make the decision that I want to get married. Okay? There's a fact about life. As long as you think it can't be done, it won't be done. As long as you think it's not time, it will never be time. But who is ready? Let me even ask that question. Who is ready to get married? When do we say someone is ready to get married? When do we say someone is ready to transition from being single to being married? There are a couple of things off the top of my head that need to be done. First of all, the person needs to be matured enough for marriage. Marriage is not a joke. Okay? Marriage is not a joke. When they say getting married, you are about to commit to spend the rest of your life with somebody. Through the good, through the bad, and there's no turning back. You see, I saw this psychological study that was very interesting. They found out that anytime you take a decision and you have a plan B, plan A fails. So if you're getting into marriage and your whole mentality is, if I get married and I don't like it, I will divorce, then most likely your marriage is going to fail. Those that do it are those who say do or die, not in the literal sense. I'm going to do a podcast soon about when it comes to divorce. That's going to be an interesting one. But let's stay on point. Getting married. The first thing is that you need to decide, have the mindset that I want to get married. You may be a young man living in a 1-bedroom apartment, but you need to look around and just say, you know what? It's time to get married. From the moment you make that decision, then life and things around you begin to align themselves for you to be able to get married. As a lady, you also need to take the decision that I'm ready to settle down. But you need to ask yourself, am I matured enough to get married? Do I have what it takes to get married? Have I learned enough and understood enough what it means to be married, and for that reason, I want to get married. So you need to take the decision, but before you take the decision, you need to be sure that you have what it takes to get married. The reason for getting married is not age. Let me pause for that to sink in. We don't decide it's time to get married because of the age we are in. We choose and decide to get married because of the maturity that we have. So let's say you're at the right age, you are matured enough, you have the desire, you want to get married. What do you do next? What do you do next? When it comes to the decision of getting married, it's much easier for men as compared to women. It's easier for a man to say, I want to get married, especially if he has a job and he has accommodation. It's easier for him to make the decision. When a lady is ready to get married, she has to wait. It's rare for a lady to walk up to a man and say, you know what? I'm going to marry you. Pull out a ring, get down on one knee and say, will you marry me? I've seen it. I've seen it happen a couple of times, but it's rare. So if you decide you want to get married, the third thing you need to do is, I'm a person of faith. I'm a person of faith. You need to begin to watch and pray. I didn't say pray. I said watch and pray. Now, when we talk about praying for marriage, you need to go look it up on YouTube. Look at my YouTube channel. I have prayer confessions for those who want to get married. It's very effective and it's very good. If you haven't gone through it yet, please do go look at the prayer topics that we have there and pray about them. But you have to pray about things like, Lord, place me in the right location to get married. Make me the right kind of person. Bring the right person my way. Take away everything that keeps me from being the right person. Okay? Then we go into more specific things like if there are any spiritual things that are holding back marriage, you come against them and dealing with all of those issues. Because even in choosing to get married, you need to pray that the true heart of the person you are getting married to will be exposed. The true heart of the person you are getting married to should be exposed. Because you could be dating someone who sees you as an option and not their only. Or you could be dating someone who is just in to use you. You are in for marriage and the person either wants your money, wants your body, wants the prestige that comes along with dating you. So it's important that you watch that. So pray. Pray specifically about it. Brings me to the next one. Know what you want. If I sent you to the mall or to the market or to the convenience store in your community and I said, go buy me something. The question is, what am I going to buy you? Maybe I gave you 50 Ghana cedis or 100 Ghana cedis and I said, go buy something for me. The next question you will ask is, what? What should I buy for you? In the same way, you need to be able to know what you want in a partner. Physical attraction is not the most important part of getting married or choosing someone, but it is a very important part. Because, yes, she may have a good character, but when you see her, do you have a lift and a raise? Lift and a raise, for those who didn't get it, is code for an erection. All right? Are you turned on by the person? Because you're going to have to make babies with the person. You are going, and this most likely is going to be the last person you are going to sleep with. And hopefully the first and the last person you'll be sleeping with for the rest of your life. So if this, if this is what you're going to be having sex with for the rest of your life, is this what you want? Know what you want, physical attraction. And it's not only physical attraction, know what you want emotionally. Which kind, last week I told you about go do the temperament test. If you did it, put yes, I did the test. If you didn't, put no, I haven't yet done the test. But you even need to know what kind of temperament goes best with you. Let me give an example. As someone who is predominantly choleric, I would be frustrated if I got married to someone who is a phlegmatic. I would be like, I'll be pulling my hair out, the little hair that's on their head. I would be terribly frustrated marrying someone who is predominantly phlegmatic, because our emotions just don't click. Okay? But someone who is phlegmatic could do well with someone who is a sanguine or someone who is a melancholic. So you need to also know what you are looking for emotionally. Then you need to know what you are looking for culturally. Marriages work best when you marry someone who is as culturally related to you as possible. Let me raise the mic and say some deep things. What I will say may sound a little strange, but if you have to make a choice between two people and one is of the same ethnicity as you are and the other is not, it may be better to marry the person of the same ethnicity. Marriage is full of ironing out your differences to the point where you can coexist. So the more differences you have, the more difficult it is to iron out. Okay? If you grew up in a poor family and you aspire to be wealthy, it is easier to marry someone who is within the same economic class than marrying someone who is so high up there. People do not agree, but I've been doing this for more than a decade, and believe you me, things are easier and settling in when culturally you are more related. So that's another thing you need to, please, I'm not saying you can't marry someone of a different ethnicity, a different tribe, a different economic standing. No, I'm not saying such marriages do not work. I'm just saying that there's more to work out in such relationships. All right? So know what you want. Decide. Probably you come from one particular location and the meal you prefer eating is pap. So you decide you're going to marry someone who is going to be able to prepare pap for you. It may be superficial, but culturally, that's what clicks for you. Okay? Then we come to, so the next thing is that you need to increase your visibility. You can't marry what you can't see. Arranged marriages are more or less a thing of the past now. We hardly see arranged marriages. If you don't increase your visibility as a single person and increasing your visibility the right way, the chances that someone will see you and want to accept your proposal or want to propose to you are lower. And that includes your visibility on social media. That's why you have to curate what you put out on social media. For some of you, based on what you put out on social media, you don't look serious. Pictures of you licking your lips, turning towards the camera, saying, could you get someone like me, thinking you are a movie star. If that is the image you are putting out there, there's only a certain kind of people that will come your way. Remember that the bait you put determines what you trap. I was talking to some leaders recently and I told them, I said, if you want to catch snails, you're going to have to put pineapples. If you want to catch rats, you're going to have to put meat. If you want to catch fish, you're going to have to put worms. You don't put a worm in a mouse trap. So whatever you are selling as your image out there is going to prove the kind of people that are going to come after you. A lady came to me and said, Pastor Josh, it's only married men that come after me. It's because of how you've branded yourself. So your visibility counts. If you don't like the kind of people that are proposing to you as a lady, change what you are putting out there. And if you don't like the kind of ladies that are saying yes to your proposals, change what you are putting out there. You are a young man, you say you want a serious lady you can build your empire with, but yet you are walking with your trousers nearly at your knees and you keep saying, hey, what's up, baby? How are you going to get a serious girl with a what's up, baby? Visibility. Improve your packaging. This is under visibility. Get involved in good social events. If you go to the club looking for ladies, you can only marry a club girl. If you go to a reading club, you're going to get a different kind of girl. If you go to entrepreneurship seminars, you're going to get a different kind of girl. If you come to church, you're going to get a different kind of girl. Wherever you are fishing also determines the kind of fish you catch. You don't catch sharks. You don't catch sharks in a dam. No, you catch mudfish, you catch catfish, you may get some tilapia in there, and you may get some carp. The agriculturalist in me is coming out. The same way, you will find tuna and sharks and octopus and all these other things in the sea. So wherever you go, putting yourself and fishing determines the kinds of people you are going to get. So get involved. To increase your visibility, improve your packaging, get involved in good social events, maintain a sunny disposition, become a happy person. People gravitate towards happy people. If you are always frowning and you always look like you sucked on a lemon, no one is going to want to be friends with you. You are a guy, you say, I need to get married. But any place you go, you keep a straight face. And when you sit down and people are talking, say, me, I don't like nonsense. I don't like nonsense. You will definitely not get anyone with that kind of face. Maintain a happy disposition. You don't know how to say hello to people. When people say hello to you, you turn around and look at them like they dropped from somewhere. A guy asks you for a number. Why should I give you my number? No. Keep a sunny disposition. Be a nice person, for heaven's sake. All right? Still, to increase your visibility, join groups. If you are in a church, join a church group. Join the choir. That's if you can sing. Don't split out eardrums with a voice. Join groups. Get involved. Be an usher. Volunteer at places. Volunteer at a shelter. If your friend is having an event, go give yourself up for the event and be an usher at the event or help at the registration table. Young ladies, if you have to help at an event, please, registration table is a great place to be in. You get to scan everybody and see their names. All right? So join groups. When you go for programs, do presentations. Let's say you've gone for a seminar and they say, is there anyone who wants to do the presentation? And you, young man, you've put your hands between your legs and you are hiding. No, stand up and make a presentation. They may laugh at you, but you are increasing your visibility. All right? That's increasing your visibility. Then we come to number 4. Today is, it's not too short. Fix your character. There's a saying that to translate, your beauty will take you, but your character brings you back. If you want to get married, you must be in a relationship with somebody who is willing to get married to you. For somebody to be willing to get married to you while you are in the relationship, you must have shown such a great character that the person you are with decides that I want to do the rest of my life with this person. So if you don't fix your character, you may not, especially if you are handsome, have a lot of money, or you are pretty, getting into a relationship may not be a problem, but getting married may be challenging. I know so many guys out there who have a car, have a good bachelor pad, they are all over the place, and they don't find it difficult getting into relationships with ladies. But the relationships never work out. Why? Because of their funky character. They are so full of themselves. They are proud. They are arrogant. They feel they are God's gift to women. And it gradually comes through and the women are like, you know what? I don't think I want to settle down with you. So you need to fix your character. You need to fix your attitude. You need to polish off your bad areas. Work on your character. That drives away the opposite sex. It could be moodiness. It could be anger. And there are some people, they will ask you out. It's so great. You are in a relationship with the lady. And then her anger, when she loses it, she can insult your mother, for heaven's sake. Greed, moodiness. Everything you are crying. Young lady, you are in a relationship with a guy. In 1 week, he has said, I'm sorry over 5,000 times. Because you are offended at everything. And as you are moody, yes, you may be pretty, but as you are moody and he's asking himself, do I really want this for the rest of my life? Negativity. You're so negative about life. You are hanging on to past hurts. Me, I don't trust anyone. I don't trust anyone. Then, for heaven's sake, go live on some hill somewhere and be alone. You're going to have to trust somebody. In fact, you trusted the driver you sat in the car with. Did you look at his license? Life is trust. And at some point, you're going to have to start trusting again. Learn natures that make you more marketable. Learn natures that make you more marketable. Learn to hold a conversation. Learn to smile. Learn to have a good interest. Learn how to talk. There are so many people who don't know how to talk. Hey, this is the Marriage Clinic Podcast, a podcast about love, marriage, and personal development. I sincerely hope singles have got something out of this. And if you do have some questions, put it in the chat. Send it to me as an email. I will take time to address questions from time to time. It's been great spending time with you. Marriage Clinic Podcast, share it with someone who needs it. Next week, Thursday, we will be back here with another podcast. And believe you me, this is going to be amazing. Take good care of yourself. Shalom. Bye-bye.